Good morning. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day today. Today, we're going to talk about old Elijah, one of the greatest prophets. You know, in terms of prophets, he was probably one of the top three I would go with. Okay, so in 1 Kings chapter 18, if you turn to verse 21, the second part, Elijah says to the nation of Israel, "If the Lord is God, follow him." Now, give this a little context to the story. This is Elijah on Mount Carmel. The king of Israel has pretty much perverted the entire country. They are following false gods, and that doesn't just mean that they're worshiping wrong. That means they're doing heinous acts. Elijah thinks he's the last prophet. There was a lot of genocide in this time of all the people of the Lord. And so he gathers everybody up on Mount Carmel for one big showdown. And he's telling them, if you think that our God is the one true God, then follow him. And the next line is, if Baal is God, follow him. Now, the first thing I want you to wonder and consider for yourself is, have you ever felt like a confused Christian? Like you don't know what is right? Which God is which God? Who is this God talking to me? Is this something I'm not really sure? You don't know which way to turn. Well, the first thing I want you to see here is there's two words in the grammar, the syntax of this sentence that Elijah uses. First he uses Lord, and then he also says is God. Lord represents Yahweh. That was the expression the Israelites used to describe the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the one that wrote the Bible, part of the Red Sea, gave them the law and whatnot. And it's the same Lord that Jesus is a reflection of, is manifested in, and the same one that we think of God as Christians, that is the Lord. Now what he's saying is, you can say that there is a Yahweh out there, but is he the one true God? There's a difference. And what he's saying is, you may acknowledge that there's a Yahweh out there. You may say, hey, yeah, there's some God out there. He did some really cool stuff for us, gave us his law, Ark of the Covenant, Jesus, that's pretty cool. But I don't follow him. I follow another authority in my life. And there's a big difference. There's a noticeable separation between saying, yeah, I believe in God, and saying, yes, I follow God. A lot of Christians in America especially say, oh, yeah, I acknowledge that there's this supreme ultimate reality out there. He's really cool. But they don't follow him. So what do we need to do? Well, if you look at verse 21, the statement is quite clear from Elijah, the mandate. It's without question. He says, how long would you waver between two opinions? How long are you going to keep saying, I want both? That's what he says is the Lord. If the Lord is God, follow him. So what does it take for us to follow him? Well, the biggest thing, it's a little bit obvious, is you got to have a relationship with him. You got to know him. You have to practice his ways. In other words, read the scriptures, pray, interact with those of the same faith. In other words, going to church. That's the first thing you need to do to really get to know him. You can't follow something if you don't really know what it is. A lot of people, they jump on the cultic group and they don't really know what it is. It just sounds like a cool thing. But you really need to get to know God at a very deep, intimate, personal level. And God's able to do that. And in this story, that's exactly what God does to the Israelites. He shows them in the physical context and the spiritual who he really is. And that's what you need to do. But the next thing is, you need to be humble. You need to admit that I have to follow something. It's very easy for us to say, I don't need to follow anything. I can go out, blaze my own trail. I'm a grown man, grown woman. I'm smart. I went to college. I got money, power, wealth. I know what's going on. I have street smarts, some cred. Yeah, everybody's got, thinks that they're good at something. They got their talents. And why do we need to follow anything? Let God just kind of hang out there and just kind of give me some inspiration, some hope every now and again. But I want to follow my own God, my own authority. And sometimes you are your own God. Most of the time, I think that's true. So you got to be humble and willing to submit, saying, I need to be led. I am not worthy of making this world my own and making myself God. I need to acknowledge not only is there a God, but Yahweh, the Lord, is that God. It takes a lot. And Jesus didn't die on the cross for us to say, thanks for your sacrifice, now let me go out and do my own business. So today, this is your challenge. Look at your goals in life, your passions, your motivations, what's guiding you. Is it guiding you to the Lord? Is it guiding you to holiness and righteousness and love, peace, surrender? Or is it going somewhere else? Because if you know there's a God, but you're following another God, I think you really need to relook your life. It's hard, it's confusing sometimes, it's frustrating, but I really think that God wants to demonstrate to you that He is the one true God. As long as we are open and willing to accept that we don't have the ability to be that God in our lives. Okay, it's Wednesday. Go to church. Have a good night tonight. Go to soccer practice, whatever you got. It's getting colder out there. Bundle up and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you.